We are going live with Michael Traynor, and I hope I'm saying that right. I did some homework on you. I think that's how it is. So we're connecting, and here we go. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, how are you?
Just enjoying this beautiful day in Southern California. How about yourself?
It is. It's a gorgeous day. We should be doing this outside from some mountaintop somewhere.
I know, right? Go up top of Mount Baldy or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Live from Mount Baldy, that dead guy from the dumpster.
Well, everyone, welcome. Do you go by Michael or Mike? What do you prefer?
Either. I'll answer to either. But normally Michael, I guess.
Michael. Okay, great. So Michael Traynor, said that correctly?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
You did it beautifully.
I did
beautifully.
It right. So those of you that recognize him, 8 episodes, The Walking Dead. Most notably, the episode "Thank You," right? Yeah. Right. That was probably your most notable one. But you spanned 2 seasons, correct?
Yeah, tail end of 5 and the first half of 6. Yes.
And an Alexandrite, one of the bold ones that left Alexandria and did that. So awesome character. I feel that Nicholas was essential to the storyline. I'm sad to see you go because I think you played his role brilliantly.
That's kind. Thanks.
But he was a pivotal character, right? I mean, it showed us not everyone is as savage as you might think in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, no. I mean, the real reaction that we got from the audience, I think, was a recognition that there are more Nicholases in the world than there are Ricks in the world, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And it's I always thought that the vitriol and the just naked hatred we got for Nicholas was a real testament to the writers in that they crafted a character that spoke to these inner fears of the audience watching and like, oh my God, I hope that I don't end up like that guy. You know, I mean, there's not a single scene that Nicholas is in that I see pictures of or whatever. I'm like, he looks like he just shit himself. He looks like he honestly was like, I hope no one is really close by me because I clearly smell like big loads of fear are in my pants.
And somehow you nailed that. That was awesome. You did a perfect job.
Well, I just would shit my pants. I'm a method actor. I'm the Daniel Day-Lewis of shitting himself.
Like, what's that smell? Don't disturb him. He's
it's my
ready.
craft. That smell is my craft. Back off, Steven. Not all of us are naturally talented. Some of us got to shit ourselves occasionally to get in the mood.
What's amazing about the role of Nicholas that I find so hilarious is, of course, you got hate. I mean, you got told, but in the day you saved Glenn. But what about Noah? Did you get a lot of hate about the death of Noah? Did you think you got just as much?
I'm just gonna say it here. I'm gonna say it right now. When Nicholas left the revolving door, Noah was alive. Glenn killed Nicholas. Glenn killed Noah. Glenn let go.
There you go. There you go.
Hashtag Glenn let go. That's 2 ends for you, Speedy Piper.
That's awesome. So, I mean, I'm sure you've been interviewed thousands of times, so I'm not going to bore you with all the mundane, typical questions you get. But
those are the only questions I have answers for. I can't. Just
right, you don't know anything off.
I don't. Yeah. I'm reading off a list right here.
I answered that one. I mean, but
yeah, exactly.
Obviously, you have a history of getting into acting and what you've done. But Fort Lauderdale to Maui, Hawaii. How do we end up there? What's the exodus of getting off the mainland and getting out into Maui?
Well, one day on the way home from school, my mom's like, I know a shortcut. Next thing I know, we're in Hawaii. She's just really bad at directions. I said, Mother, I think those are the Rocky Mountains. We're not anywhere near Florida. She goes, don't talk back to me. A child should be seen and not heard. Next thing I know, we're canoeing. And I was like, I hope we're hitting Hawaii and not Tahiti. My mother was always just a bit nomadic at heart. And so we moved around a great deal growing up. And we hit San Francisco. And she's like, what about Hawaii? And I was like, funny. And next thing you know, we're in Hawaii. So,
how old were you when you moved out there?
About 13-ish. 13-ish, yeah.
What was island like for you? What was island life like for you?
It was good. It was somewhat radically different than anywhere else I had lived. I'd always lived in tourist destinations, so
Right.
that wasn't a new thing.
Right.
But yeah, you know, it's like anything. You go to any new area, and folks are you gotta earn your stripes. You gotta find your friends and get into a few scuffles, and
Yep.
next thing you know, they're like, oh, this kind of guy, brother, he good. He's like island now, bro. Island now. This Howley. So it was good after a bit of time and adjustment, and I consider it home because I was there during my formative years.
Yeah. Right.
I guess you can blame Hawaii, is what I'm saying.
Good. No, that's a
Yeah.
good blame. My mom was, I like the term nomadic as well. She spent 10 years on the Big Island. After
Oh no.
I was out of the home, I grew up in Yosemite up in a horse ranch.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right. But the thing is once you're in Hawaii and you get good local food, your life is ruined. I mean, you just can't.
Right.
You can try it. The mainland can try it, but it's the water. It's I don't know what it is, but local
Something
food.
special about putting a fried egg on top of a beef patty on top of a bed of rice. That only can happen in the magic of Hawaii.
And the Portuguese sausage. Just kill me now. Kill me now.
I'm getting fat just talking about the food.
So, obviously, the Walking Dead experience, amazing for your career, amazing. You're still doing the Walker Stalker. You're doing cons.
Yeah.
How are those? What are those like for you? Having a lot of fun?
Those are fantastic, especially the Walker Stalker and conventions. There's so many fantastic elements that are, you know, just come with the price of admission, and it is so fan focused that it's exciting. You go there and you get to interact with people who are admirers of the show, and you know, people who hate your character, and you feel as though they do genuinely get a deeper experience and a greater appreciation for the show because of what that convention does. And so it feels good. It feels good to go there and talk with people and hear nice things, and then hear funny stories of how people had conniptions and heart attacks and threw remote controls against the wall and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's good.
I'm sure people come up to you, Nicholas, yeah. They like mouth it and they reenact the scene, and you know. But again, you're like, I keep going back to it. You saved Glenn. I mean, you were the sacrificial lamb, so Glenn could scurry under the dumpster. Was still, I'm gonna claim bullshit on the physics. It still doesn't add up, but whatever.
Dude, on the day, on the day when we fell under, we shot the scene where I was on top of him and he was underneath me. During one of the takes, they had a camera on the far side of the dumpster, just in case, to get some, like, you know, to get some of the craziness and the feeding frenzy of the walkers. And fucking Jan, man, he like squirmed underneath my fat ass and like got under the dumpster, and they were all surprised, and people were yelling cut. They're like, don't cut, because he was still screaming and like squiggling under the dumpster. So he physically fit under that dumpster. It was after I squished him from falling on him. Like, he's like, we were falling into they did two takes where you fall into a pad and then you have another shot where it's us on the ground, because they're very conscious of safety, and they're very clever in the way they make the camera, you know, hide the realities of what we're able to do without hurting ourselves. It's really dynamic and well planned. But the first time onto the stunt pads, Steven's like, just roll on and just fall on me. I was like, yo, man, I've been eating food. I'm not as lithe as I used to be. This is gonna hurt. No, dude, just fall on me. I was like, all right. And then we do the scene, and the thing, and the fall, Nicholas, fall over, and I fall right on him, and you just hear this, okay, get off me. Get off me. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that way again. But when we finally were doing the thing where Nicotero cut me open and everyone's eating the deli selection inside my belly. Steven Yeun did. He squiggled and squirmed and got his ass under that dumpster. So, fuck you, physics.
No, I just mean the fall and the thing. It's funny on that.
Yeah.
But what's so interesting about just that whole thing? My wife is laughing in the background. It's funny. You're making her laugh. Is oh, good. I mean, you're a big dude. I mean, you're 6 feet tall. How tall is is Yun? How big is he? Is he a
Yeah,
small guy?
I say like 5'8", 5'9" ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, yeah, you could have definitely heard him. That's definitely not a fun time for
Oh
anybody.
yeah, no, and I was fat. I was fat. I was flat out fat because I'd given up acting. I'd stopped really to do acting anymore and just found other things I did in Hollywood, like writing, coaching, and stuff. So it
Right.
was so funny when they're like, "Hey, Walking Dead." I was like, "Oh well, I'm not like the only six pack I have is in my fridge and chilling." And they're like, "What's good? Nicholas is not a warrior. He's not somebody who's prepared for it and never prepared for it, even after the fact. He wasn't somebody like, oh, Walker Apocalypse, I'm gonna start doing some push-ups. He
Yeah.
was in the back, as we established, shitting him. So it all worked out, and it fallen down on Steven.
And Alexandria's pretty good life, right? I mean, it wasn't for all the survivors that existed. Being in the pre-Rick Alexandria wasn't too bad of a gig, right? You had a pretty good thing going on there, so of course you're gonna get
Oh, it was awesome.
right.
Yeah,
Right. Well,
and Daniel Bonjour, who played Aiden, who would just be like, oh, yeah, we're out we lost some more people. It's getting really rough out there. Where's the food?
So what are you working on
Not
now?
the most heroic.
Anything you can talk about now that you're working on?
Yeah, we just finished up a little while ago a sequel to a YouTube Red movie called The Thinning. It's called The Thinning 2, even thinner. No, it's called A New World Order. And beyond just writing projects right now. I'm writing two sort of comedies for features, and I have a TV pilot that's actively in development. So. And then beyond
Awesome.
that, just auditions. Like actor's life, the nomadic life of my youth kind of prepared me well for the actor's life because we're all just a bunch of gypsies hustling one job to the next.
Right, just trying to get that paycheck when you need it, right?
It is, yeah. There's a different level of folks who are, play in the film and TV world. It's not the illustrious celebrity and jet setting. It's not, it's not. It's fun to do. It's a fun life, even though it's fun. And that's part of the thing of people come to me at these conventions and say, I want to be an actor. And I was like, well, get used to being uncomfortable because that's what
Right, exactly. It's not very glamorous like they think. I did a lot of professional business travel. I think, oh, it's so glamorous. You get to stay at hotels and go out and eat all the time. And it's really, you just want to be home and eat tacos. That's pretty much the life when you're doing that. So kind of my final question, because I don't want to keep you too long. I know you want to get back to your evening.
Sure.
Professional dancer. Most people don't know that about you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I started. I had no aspirations to act in the beginning. I did a show when I was just a senior in high school in Hawaii, and someone said, you should dance. And I said, well, I have no direction in life otherwise. And so startups, and that's took my. Also, it was fantastic. Like it's like one guy in a room full of women is like, oh, this is a nice profession.
Right.
And, yeah. And then that just took me. That's what eventually took me to New York. And then I started talking, and I said, Michael, you're ruining the ballet. Quit talking. And I was like, no, I got jokes.
Well, that was going to get you a lot further than professional air hockey, right?
Yeah. What's funny is for a while, like when I finally got an IMDb credit, a bunch of my asks that anybody can just put whatever facts they wanted to on there, and there was originally like a whole bunch of like just extraneous, erroneous
That's
tidbits
awesome.
on that one. But I am good at air hockey. In my defense, I'm not a world champion, but I've
Sorry,
never
we
been.
got a little lag on our delay, so I'm getting your comments after I'm seeing this. So sorry for the lag. Oh, Ziggy says hi from Walker Stalker Sydney. He said to tell you hello.
We have a little delay going on.
Yeah, we've got a delay. So I will let you get back to your evening. One thing before I let you go, though. One thing I do, I don't just troll on the internet and try to get people to come on my show all day long.
Oh, those people, we had a great time. Those people were awesome.
So I'll message you, but we make Lucille's. That's what we make. We make weapons. We make. So here's Lucille. So they're real
Wow,
bats,
that's
real
vicious.
barbed wire. So I make.
That's vicious.
So right, it's absolutely savage. We sell, Rick's axe. We sell all the weapons from The Walking Dead. So I'd love to make you a bat. We're here local in SoCal, so I'll message you the details. But I wanted to give you a thank you gift for being on the show. If you're not comfortable with the Negan bat just because of your belief in Rick, we could get you an axe, but I have a feeling you probably like Negan.
Well, I gotta say, the one thing is, like, all those episodes, my character was trying to do the one thing that a baseball bat did. So I kind of got upstaged by a baseball bat,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, hey, man,
Michael,
this
it was so
fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we'll keep an eye on your projects. Everyone, go give him a follow. Check out the thinning. Check out all of his projects he's on. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it so much.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Stay safe.